A manual Excel spreadsheet in your computer is also considered an accounting system. But guess what? Anybody can manipulate an Excel spreadsheet. You know what can happen to you? It happened to me once. I have a computer for me right now, and I was working on a client's Excel spreadsheet. I left it open. I went to get a beverage from the fridge. My 4-year-old came and played with the keyboard. She ruined the entire spreadsheet. The good thing is that spreadsheet was a source document from QuickBooks. You know what I did? I discarded it and I re-downloaded a new one. But if you didn't have that luxury, you lost everything. You will see QQ, XXX, STT, and some emojis. Hello, and thank you for tuning into this video. My name is Abdiwali Mohamed, and I'm a CPA, Certified Public Accountant, and a Master's of Science Federal Taxation holder based in Seattle, Washington. You are most likely here because the subject of this video might be an interest to you. I have been an accountant and a CPA for the last 18 years and counting. I meet many individuals and business owners who want to take care of their personal financial needs, including their individual taxes, and business owners who want to start a new business. In the interest of time, we have divided this video into parts. There will be 6 parts. So now we're gonna go to part 4, which is understanding accounting and or financial systems. We talked about, financial statements, accounts and stuff. Well, those things don't come from heaven. They don't drop from the sky. They must have a system that keeps track of those. And that's your financial systems. That's your accounting systems. And I'm going to focus on small businesses, okay? And most of you are familiar with QuickBooks or FreshBooks or I think Expensify. But I'm going to talk about QuickBooks because I love QuickBooks. I love it for my clients. It's a very simple accounting system that keeps track of your accounting transactions. So QuickBooks is really an accounting system. Yes, a manual Excel spreadsheet in your computer is also considered an accounting system. But guess what? Anybody can manipulate an Excel spreadsheet. You know what can happen to you? It happened to me once. I have a computer for me right now, and I was working on a client's Excel spreadsheet. I left it open. I went to get a beverage from the fridge. My 4-year-old came and played with the keyboard. She ruined the entire spreadsheet. The good thing is that spreadsheet was a source document from QuickBooks. You know what I did? I discarded it and I re-downloaded a new one. But if you didn't have that luxury, you lost everything. You will see QQ, XXX, STT, and some emojis on those Excel spreadsheets. It happened to me. I don't want it to happen to you. So invest in an accounting system if you can. So what's an accounting system? It's anything used to manage the income, expenses, and other financial activities of a business. A basic book, journal to record income, expenses, and other financial activities of a business. As I mentioned, most commonly used accounting systems for a small business are QuickBooks, FreshBooks, Xero, Zoho Books. I like QuickBooks. As you can see, I have my smiling stuff because it's really a very simple tool to understand. Single entry versus double entry systems. Your memory, by the way, your memory is not a good accounting system. I have some clients who will come here doing tax season and say, yes, I spent this much money, and it's always round number, $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000. Come on, not everything is just taxes, man. You're gonna add taxes, at least add taxes to 150. That's when I say your memory is not your accounting system. Okay, joking. Apologize. Don't take it personal. Managing accounting systems. Okay, you can do it yourself if you have a basic training of accounting. You can do it yourself. If you went to school and you took some business classes, you can understand. Invest in yourself. There's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, CPA Abdiwali, can you please train me in QuickBooks? I don't want to pay you monthly services. I want you to review it for me every 3 months, 6 months." That's fine. I like that. Unless your business is accounting or bookkeeping, keeping financial records is probably not what you do best, right? Hire a professional like me to manage for you. Now is you asking, well, who is a professional? A bookkeeper. It's a professional person. A person whose job is to keep records of the financial affairs of a business. What came in, what went out. That's really what they're really doing. And probably small bank account reconciliations. An accountant, not Ben Affleck, but an accountant like me, plus CPA, does bookkeeping, but also responsible for interpreting, classifying, analyzing, reporting, and summarizing the financial data. That's what an accountant is. Also, the accountant can be a CPA, someone like me, who's a trusted financial advisor who has passed rigorous CPA exams, met work experience requirements, and takes continuing professional education course to maintain their CPA. And also a tax preparer who can be a bookkeeper, accountant, a CPA, or your grandma. Why did I put that in? Because I seen people buy TurboTax and do their own taxes. There's probably one of you who's watching my video right now who came to me, TurboTax used, and say, "Hey, I got audited by the IRS and I owe this much money." And when you came to me, you probably saved close to $11,000 to $15,000 because you forgot to maybe check the box or add something in it. So that's what I mean, grandma. Because some grandmas can do taxes, but grandma is 80 today. The tax law has changed. She's probably still stuck in pens and paper. Dangers of not having an accounting system. This is the last slide for accounting systems. The burden of supplying information is indeed on you as the individual or as the tax preparer. The government has nothing to prove. You are the one who has to prove everything you're going to claim on your taxes or going to put on your financial statements. The responsibility to prove entries, deductions, and statements made on your tax return is known as the burden of proof. Generally, taxpayers meet their burden of proof by having the information and receipts for expenses. You should keep adequate records to prove your expenses or have sufficient evidence that will support your own statement that you make. You generally must have documentary evidence such as receipts, canceled checks, bills to support your expenses. Yes, you paid wages of $100,000. What is the W-3? What is the Form 941? What is the unemployment statements that you sent to your unemployment agency in Washington State? What are these in the event you get audited?